Good morning. Let's talk about angle of elevation. An angle of elevation is measured from a horizontal line of sight upward to an object. So let's look at a picture here of angle of elevation. As you can see, it's measured from somebody looking up, right? Think elevation, think up. So if I draw a stick figure here, right? Let's say that somebody's standing here. Can't draw, so that's my best work here. And the observer has a horizontal line of sight, and this horizontal line of sight is parallel to the ground. And the person is looking up. Maybe they're looking up at a bird or a cloud or a plane in the sky. This angle here would be considered the angle of elevation. And what's interesting about the angle of elevation is theoretically, we could find the angle of elevation if you see that you can draw a perpendicular line from the object down to the horizontal. And you can form a right triangle. And if we knew information about the hypotenuse and one of the legs, we could use inverse trigonometry to calculate this angle. So I'm just going to make up some numbers. Let's assume that the line of sight is, 5 meters long. And let's assume that the distance between the observer's eye to the horizontal is 3 meters. In this case, I could use the previous formulas I've learned and use inverse trigonometry to calculate the angle. I would know that the 5 meters is my hypotenuse. I would know that 3 meters is my adjacent side. And because I have the adjacent side and the hypotenuse, I would use the formula for inverse cosine. So I would say theta equals inverse cosine of adjacent over hypotenuse, which is 3 over 5. And by typing this in my calculator, I would get roughly 53 degrees. In the next video, I will talk about angle of depression.